Takeaway by Sweet Catmint. The upside to this whole takeaway truce thing that the heroes and the villains have going on is that there was no more "delivered in 30 minutes or your meal is free" policy. I'm sure you could hear the collective sigh of every minimum wage employee across the country when they enacted that law. It probably wasn't for our benefit though. More likely it was to reduce the number of negligence claims against businesses when their drivers were abducted constantly for information. Either side would have profited from their knowledge. The downside to it was that actually delivering the food takes you to the most random, usually creepy places, and it takes freaking forever to get there. I was so excited when they told me I'd get to drive the company vehicle. Less so now I've clocked hundreds of kilometers on the little motorized scooter. Couldn't they have sprung for an actual car? Whatever Ultraviolent's plan was, it wasn't in full swing yet. I drove down the lonely stretch of road, free from the blaring sirens or flashing lights, pulling up to an abandoned-looking manufacturing plant. I mean, they all look abandoned to me. Maybe they're off-season? I wouldn't know. It doesn't matter. As I grab the boxes, 4 extra-large ham and pineapple pizzas, 2 garlic breads and a diet Sprite, I can't help but take a moment to appreciate the stillness. I've been doing this for a while, but it always feels super awkward to arrive at a standoff. You just kinda shuffling past a group of officers or henchmen, pointing to my uniform, like silently saying, "I'm not on a side, this is my job, please don't judge me for bypassing norms," and just walking straight in. Not fun. I try to crunch the gravel loudly as I walk. It's best to let them know you're coming. I knock on the wall and enter through a gap in the metal sheeting. It's as dark as anything in there. Fast food delivery? I've got an order from NP Caesars. If Ultraviolent was an irregular, I'd probably have been scared half to death when my call was met with a blinding floodlight and a whir and a clunk of machinery. Theatrical laughter cut through the dusty air. "Bwahahaha! I've been expecting you!" Ultraviolent grinned down at me from the raising platform, signaling to a henchman to turn it off when she was at the appropriate gloating height. Light glinted off pink heart-shaped glasses. I certainly hope so. These pizzas have faced enough injustice already without going unpaid for as well. She laughed, genuinely this time, leaning over the platform to see me better. "Possum, the only thing I would change about you is your terrible taste. Pineapple belongs on pizza." She ignored my eye roll, instead gesturing to her surroundings. "What do you think? Good opening?" "Yeah, it's a real classic. A good solid show. I'm assuming there's some sort of trap or something in here?" "Yep. Cool. Still trying to redistribute wealth and cripple monopolies?" "That's the plan." "Nice. Yeah. I like the jacket. I think the holographic should stay a staple. Not sure about the booty shorts, though. Do they really go with the thigh-high boots? That's part of the trap." She whirled her back to me. "Burn, baby, burn," was scrawled across the butt. "Oh, you're expecting the Empress. How does this help you, though? She might just actually set you on fire." Ultraviolent winked, practically giddy with how pleased she was with herself. "She'll read it and she'll have some quip to say. You know she's always got the real good ones." I'll smirk at her. "Like what you see? It'll be proof she was checking out my butt." I do not know if her confident peace sign was ironic or not. It'd probably be easier just to tell her you have a massive, totally obvious crush on her. Her face immediately turned the deepest shade of red I've ever seen. She cleared her throat, trying to play it cool. That's just not how things are done. Where's your sense of showmanship?" "I wouldn't know. I've got to head back before someone makes a show of my impromptu joblessness." "We're not made to keep a strict schedule exactly, but I'd rather not risk it." Stay a little longer. Everything's been set up for ages. We've been waiting here for 4 hours. I'm so bored." That sucks. Hopefully she'll be here soon, though. I really have to go. What if I get fired?" She grinned at me again. "You could always work for me. I bet you make real good coffee. You look like someone who makes a good cup. And the benefits are really good. I've got an amazing dental scheme. Right, Jerry?" Somewhere in the bowels of the building there was a returned, "Right." I set the food on the nearest shelf. It doesn't matter how many times you ask, I'd still have to wait the 3-year grace period before I could even consider working for you. How do I know you're not just buttering me up to get juicy location details on all of the heroes? She feigned hurt. "I'd never do that. I'm such a good, law-abiding harbinger of doom. Jessica, the head henchman, paid the bill, and I turned to leave. If I ever find myself in the position where I'm looking and the time limit is up, I'll consider your offer. Until then, I'm heading off. Good luck with your plan. I'll keep an eye out on the news reports. I hope the Empress notices your butt, I guess. Anyway, enjoy your meal. Thank you, lovely. I won't forget about you when the world is in my hands. Oh, and I'll invite you to my wedding. As I left the building, she called out one final note. Remember, minimum wage, minimum effort. Maybe I should reconsider my career path.